Immigration adverts now, and so much is the fear of the influx of Romanians and Bulgarians in Britain that Britain is actually considering launching a negative ad campaign in those two countries to persuade potential immigrants to stay away from the UK. That the UK is essentially not that place. Not that nice a place to live. I'm just not sure, Andy, that any other country would be capable of even thinking of an idea like that, let alone actually considering go through with it.
If anything, this could be just typical British modesty. Downplaying our country, saying, actually, no, it is genuinely a pile of shit. Honestly, it really is. But just that that's the kind of people we are, John.
The plan, which apparently is going to focus on the downsides of British life, is one of a range of potential measures to stem immigration to Britain next year when curbs imposed on both countries' citizens living and working in the UK are going to expire. So a report over the weekend quoted one minister saying that such a negative advert would correct the impression that the streets here are paved with gold. And this is just amazing stuff, Andy, because it's quintessentially English. We are such a negative group of people that I think we might actually be able to pull that off. There's no word yet on how the advert might look. Or whether it's going to try and make Britain just look as horrible as possible, or try and encourage would-be migrants to wake up to the joys of their own lands. But this is a whole new era for advertisers, Andy. Countries around the world spend millions of dollars on hiring firms to promote them as tourist destinations. Come to Britain, feel the history. And it will be amazing to see adverts that say, "Don't come to Britain. It really is tremendously overhyped." Tremendously.
Albania, just as crap, but so much closer. Paid for by the British Tourist Board.
We just spent billions of pounds, Andy, on the Olympics to showcase ourselves as a vibrant, modern country. Clearly we missed a huge opportunity to stage the most negative opening ceremony in Olympics history, focusing on the many reasons never to visit Britain.
Well, it just shows, John, that a number of people are prepared to take this into their own hands. We had the riots in 2011, showed our youngsters patriotically trying to make Britain less attractive to foreigners. I mean, you might find the sight of teenagers vomiting uncontrollably in every town centre in the country every single weekend a little bit disappointing, perhaps not the fulfilment of the national dream of freedom that our forefathers fought all those world wars for. But I see it as their generation's Dunkirk, John. Just as our grandparents and great-grandparents got blitzed, so the new generation is getting blitzed in a different way. They share the same ultimate goal to keep Britain independent and British. And the government should not be... I think we did a sketch on this in the department years ago about, remember Demolition Day? National Demolition Day, where to make Britain less attractive to the asylum-grants, just one day a year we just smash up things like schools and hospitals. And I don't think we are now far away from actually that becoming a government policy.
It's true.
They shouldn't play down disappointing economic figures either. They should make them sound worse. None of this talk of stability and holding a strong course in difficult times for long-term prosperity. George Osborne should be standing on the dispatch box in the Houses of Parliament saying, "We are looking at a decade of piss."
Well, we should make a pitch for this commercial, Andy. We could give them the perfect Bugle "Don't Come to Britain" advert. Don't come to Britain. It would be the biggest mistake you've ever made. It rains all the time and the food is terrible. The Queen's a bitch, and she's the nicest person in the entire country. If you wanted to join a thriving nation, you're simply 300 years too late. Our best years are way behind us. And we haven't even mentioned the racism. We have derogatory terms for you, whatever nation you're from, that are so racist, they're almost not racist. But believe us, the only people that we hate more than you is each other. On a Friday night, you're expected to drink until you pass out in the middle of a roundabout. Oh yes, by the way, we have roundabouts. The beauty of them is that they're the easiest imaginable way to die in a car crash. And if you do survive them, you'll wake up into the parochial nightmare that is modern Britain. Oh, one more thing you should know. We're so emotionally repressed, we'll never actually be able to express any of this to you, and therefore move past it. Instead, we will communicate with you with a mixture of passive aggression and snootiness. Let us never speak of this ever again. Enjoy your life. I said good day. Good day to you, sir.
I once got drunk the night of my A-level results and fell asleep in a roundabout.
Did you?
And got taken home in a police car.
Really?
It's not my proudest moment, but I thought this was an appropriate time to share it.
Well, it's never going to be a more appropriate one. And
No.
now, was that after your A level? Or that was when you got the results.
That was the day I got my results. Two
it's
C's of D and an E.
Oh, right, I see.
Yes.
There you go.
So, was that celebrating or commiserating?
It was somewhere, it started at one end and ended at the other.
Hello, Mr. Roundabout. As an amazing side note to all of this, Andy, apparently Romania has already responded by launching a media campaign poking fun at British anxiety about Romanians flooding over to Britain called Why Don't You Come Over? The campaign is trying to convince British people to come and live in Romania, with photos of Kate and Pippa Middleton over lines like, half of our women look like Kate, the other half like her sister. Oh, no, hold on. Hold on, Romanians. You do not joke about Pippa. Pippa is not for joking, Romanians. Pippa is for enjoying. Oh, sweet Pippa. Don't listen to those nasty Romanians. Oh, beautiful lady.
Have you finished on that one, John? At least verbally, anyway. There are concerns that changes to our immigration laws could restrict the number of skilled immigrants coming to Britain, including some crucial occupations, including heart specialists, radiologists, radioactive waste managers, petroleum engineers, paediatricians, satirical podcasters, cartoon voiceover artists, and science and mathematics teachers. Now, clearly, I mean, there are definitely at least in two of those categories more vacancies than there were 6.5 years ago. But it's very economically short-sighted, John, to stop these people coming. Because not only do they do very important jobs in our country, but by getting them here, we also stop them doing those presumably equally, if not more important jobs in their own countries. Now, this gives us a serious competitive edge in the global marketplace. Can you seriously tell me, BNP and other immigration sceptics, that more deaths and stupider children in our competitors' countries is not going to help us get back to being the greatest nation in the world? We need unrestricted immigration for the sake of keeping Britain great. That is the only way forward, John.